Alright, hello everyone. My name is Yahweh Yovagon. I'm a student at JTech. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use a dial caliper and I'm going to use it to measure certain, hold on. Yeah, so I'm going to use it to measure a couple objects today. As you saw, I paused because this isn't zeroed out, and there's a way to zero it out. You take this little knob right here, you loosen it, and then you move the outer piece till the needle lines up directly with the zero. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you zero out a dial caliper. I didn't. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna measure. This is one out of three things I'm gonna measure. I'm gonna use the dial caliper to measure this little screw with a bolt and washer on it. All right. The way you'd want to do that is you want to untighten this screw over here. The more loose this is, the more it'll allow this to move. As you can see, I'm able to move it now freely up and down without any restrictions. Alright, so what you're gonna do is for an object like this, you would really want to put it right here on this flat surface, because you could put it on the teeth here, but you might not get an accurate measurement. So I'm just going to use this more broader piece of the equipment over here. I'm going to use this, keep it straight. I'm going to close it on there. And then to lock your measurement in place, alright. So I got the measurement that was given to me. Got this measurement that was given to me here. Right now I'm gonna do what I can and read the measurement that I got from this. Sorry that the video is a little blurry. Alright, now okay, it's a lot clearer now. So anyway, to get the measurement from a micrometer, you would obviously use the numbers, and you would start with the whole number, which in this case is 3, right there. And then the next number you would actually count is that tinier 3. Now some of you would think it's the 4, but since the line for the 4 doesn't show like it does for this 1 right here or this other 3, that technically doesn't count, so it's just the 3 from right here. Now, to get the rest of the measurement, we would look at this piece over here to get the rest of our measurement. And as you can see, it's right in between 86 and 87. So you would use the lowest number. In this case, it'll be 86. And then you would try and give an estimate about the number in between. So it looks like a 5/10 thousandths of an inch difference. So that's what I'm gonna write down. So after getting the measurements from the dial caliper, these are the numbers I got. I put the number 3 down because that's the whole number we got. Then 0.3, that's the second number we got. Then I put this 87 down here because that's the number that was shown on the number here. Well, actually, that should be an 86. It should be an 86. Alright, so it's actually an 86, and then this 5/10,000ths of an inch, it's just my estimate of the difference from between that 86 and that 87. Next, I'm going to be using the dial caliper to measure this piece right here. Now, for a piece like this, you could, if you wanted to, use the outer piece of the dial caliper to get your reading, and you could get your reading this way, thanks to these tips on the other end of the dial caliper. But I'm gonna stick with the method I'm already using. As you can see, I was able to get it in there pretty nice and tight, and now I'm ready to take my measurement. So again, with like the last measurement, hold on, let me get it in there real quick. All right, there we go. So just like the last measurement, our first number is going to be this 2. We're going to count 2 as a whole number because essentially that's what it is. That's 2 inches of the entire measurement. Next, we're going to use this 4. All right, now again, we're not going to use this 5 because the line for the 5 doesn't show up like it does for this 4. Also, the entire 5 doesn't show up, so that's another indicator. And then next, we are going to get the reading from this number here. And from my perspective, it is right there in between 73 and 74. So I'm going to use 73 since it's the lowest number. The needle hasn't really touched the 74 yet. Alright. And just like last time, I'm just going to give an estimate, and it looks like that's about yeah, it looks like it's about, I would say 8 to 9/10,000ths of an inch of a difference. So I'm just gonna put that there. I'm just gonna assume that it's 9/10,000ths of an inch. That will be my measurement. Now I just gotta add the numbers up. And for this one, I got 2 inches, 2.4739 thousandths of an inch. 9/10,000ths of an inch, I meant. So what I got for this measurement was I got the 2 from there being 2 inches, the 0.4 from it being 0.4 of an actual inch, then the 73 that I got from the reading on the needle, and then my estimate of how far the distance was, how close the needle was to the 74. And that's how I got 2.4739/10,000ths of an inch for this piece right here, using the dial caliper to measure it. Okay, now we're going to be measuring one more instrument with this dial caliper, but I just wanted to note something. Usually you could just go ahead and measure the next instrument if you want to, but as you can see, mine is not zeroed out, so I recommend that you should always zero out your measure. You should always zero out your dial caliper before you take a measurement, just so you get that accurate reading, because things like this can happen. It could get out of whack during the measurement. You just want to make sure that the next one is correct. Alright, lastly, we're going to be using the dial caliper one more time to measure this piece right here. And I'd be lying to you all if I told you I know what this is, because honestly I don't. But that's what learning is all about. Alright, so the way I measured this on the dial caliper, I couldn't get it to line up properly, measuring it this way, so I just turned it sideways and measured it from there. And now, for our measurements, if we can clear up, there we go. For this part, it's not going to be 1 inch because again, we do not see the 1 inch mark on the one as we do for this 0.9 over here. So that's going to be our measurement right there. It's going to be 0.9 of an entire inch. And from there, we don't need to use this side again. We just come over here and look at the measurement on the needle. And from the way I'm looking at it, that looks like 84 right there. So that'll be 0.084, or otherwise 84 hundredths of an inch. And just like the last two measurements I did, the needle doesn't line up very properly on the line. So I'm gonna look at it again, and it looks like it's about, I'd say, 1/10,000th of an inch off of that 84. So I'm gonna put that down. Then I'm gonna add up all my numbers together. And that, ladies and gentlemen, would be 0.9841/10,000th of an inch for what I would assume is the width of this piece right here. Yahweh Yovagon, thank you for watching.